Hey guys, thank you for checking out our YouTube video. My name's Sean Elders and this is Pinnacle Combat Arts. Like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell so you can be notified every time we get a new video. Today we're going to be talking about vertical Gunting Hubud. Let's get started. So vertical Gunting Hubud is one of the biggest things with that is that these exercises, okay, they are to teach you how to navigate different types of attacks, developing timing, line formation, and all these things. And let me show you what I mean. So some people may not call, I call it vertical Hubud, okay? Some people just call it Hubud. Some people just call it, they call it vertical punch Hubud. There's a lot of different things. I like to call it vertical Gunting Hubud. And the reason why is because when he puts that punch out, we're practicing this in an isolated situation to develop a higher level. In other words, you should be able to do slips, ducks, bob and weaves, footwork, all your basic boxing before you even want to think about doing any of this. I always want to say that because if you go straight to this, you have no concept of what it's like to get out of the way of somebody trying to really punch you in the head. This is a higher level of training, a higher level of understanding. So when we do this exercise, okay, I want you to think of it as an exercise like a football team does different exercises and drills to develop the attributes for inside the game, okay, so they're able to adapt. So one of the things that I'm parrying, my hand comes just beyond the elbow and it just slides down the hand. This is the basic vertical Gunting Hubud. I call it vertical Gunting Hubud, okay? And so I'm not hitting yet, I'm not doing anything like that. All I'm doing is I'm just sliding my hand from right about his tricep down his arm. I toppy and trap, and I continue. And I'm not doing a hard trap. I'm not doing some crazy Wing Chun center line. I'm gonna take your center line off and push you back a mile away, a mile. None of that nonsense, okay? What we're doing is we're trying to create new lines of attack, okay? And we're learning how to educate this extra hand, okay? Just like if you're doing Heaven Six, okay, with the sticks or whatever movement, you're learning how to educate both hands. Well, I'm educating this extra hand to do something besides just go like this, because a basic boxing is he throws a jab and I parry it. I throw a jab, he parries it. And we're just going back and forth just like this, okay? And that's the basics. We're going on to another level because I need to figure out a way to take this person out quickly, create pain compliance, create kind of delays in their movement to create a new line of attack so I can overwhelm them and take them and terminate the situation, okay? So when he does that vertical, I'm coming here, I'm sliding it down, and I'm trapping that movement, okay? So once you get this down, and a lot of you guys have probably been doing this a long time, today I'm basically gonna show you different lines of attack that you can do from this movement to develop those higher levels of attributes, okay? So once you get it down, let's do it a little faster. So hear that rhythm. That's very important to learn that rhythm. Okay. Okay. Once you get that down, you get a good feel for it, and you do it in the right and left side. Okay, and that's another video, is learning how to switch and do all the different things. Then what you do is you learn how to now use that hand to do extra stuff, okay? One of the biggest mistakes that I see with my students or new people that are coming in is when they do that vertical, they push real hard like this, okay? Which doing that for long periods of time is gonna put major strain on the shoulder, okay? That's one thing, but you're sending energy the wrong way, okay? What you want to do is, like I said, you just touch and slide down. That's the first aspect that I want you to understand, is I'm just bringing this hand up and I'm sliding it down, okay? The other part is notice my hand's open, okay? It's not closed, okay? Because we want to be able to identify and know the difference between having my hand open and then closing it for punching, okay? That's another part. I need to be able to have complete control over what I'm doing at every moment. What am I doing? Is my hand open? Is my hand closed? What am I doing? Okay, and that's a very important part of this whole thing, okay? So with that being said, now we're gonna go on to the next part. The next part is that when I parry, okay, the first one it's obvious, okay, is we're gonna do the destruction. I'm gonna show you different lines of attack. The first one can be on the outside of the arm, okay? This will be closer to where the radial nerve is, okay? If he turns his hand out, okay, I can go on the outside here on the tricep. I can go to the head of the tricep right here, okay? That's the first one. So you would just practice that, and you can actually, we could get a little farther away, okay? So we can turn this hand over, yep. And when he's trying to, when I'm going here, okay, I'm going to there, and then look at this, okay? Now notice how I'm doing that. See, I'm coming here. I'm making sure that elbow's not out, because one mistake is that. That's why a lot of times we do vertical punch, just so we don't have to worry about getting that elbow. But we need to get used to it. We can put that elbow out like that, because that's the way a lot of people they telegraph their jab, okay? All right, and then we can also practice, from there we can also practice keeping the elbow in and then turning it out on the last end. Yep. Boom, just like that. Boom. Okay, so that's another part. So we got the outside. Now we're gonna go to the underneath, the vertical. Okay, so we're going here like this. Okay, notice what I'm doing here. When I parry, my shoulder's turned, okay? When I start to do the gunting, I turn my body to where I'm square, because I need to be able to engage. If he throws something with that other hand, I'm already there to deal with it. You see that? So here, okay, so we're doing the vertical. Okay, and that's another one. All right, and then what we can do is we can practice going what we call low body. Boom, just like this. So when he throws that punch, instead of me hitting here, I'm gonna throw a punch right to his liver or his bladder or his groin, any of those spots, just like that. Just like that, yeah. Yeah. So notice I move my head. That's an important part. So low body. So then what we can do is we can do it with what we call split entry, okay? So when the punch comes in, you're gonna bring your hand inside. He throws that, and I'm coming here. It could be to the chin, it could be to the liver, okay? It could be to the neck, whatever we wanna do, but we're going here. I could do the eye shot, see that? Body shot, yep, okay. So when we're doing the vertical, so we could go back to it like this. We do like regular vertical, and then that comes in. See that? The way I like to do it is I like to randomly throw those attacks. You see that? No. And so doing that helps you develop, your timing. It really does. It helps you develop body mechanics, because we want to make sure that our body moves a certain way. When I'm pairing, and I'm going to the body, for instance, notice how I drop low. I want to get out of the way, because not only do I have to worry about this hand, I got to worry about that hand. So if I drop out, then I'm out of the way of that cross. It's harder for him to get to me with that cross. So all these aspects play a very important role, okay? So one, I go here, I split entry, I can go to the eyes, okay? Number two, I can go to the neck. Number three, I can punch the solar plex, okay? The chest. Any of these little spots here. I can go to the body, okay? I can go to the groin, okay? I can go to the stomach, all right? Another one I can do is when he throws, I can also practice checking this other hand. That's another one I like to do. So let's do vertical gunting, okay? And what I'll do is I'll go like that. I'll check that other hand. And the reason is because I know that if for instance, I go like this and he throws across, I can go right into the next move. Okay, that's what we call tracking, or we're checking that hand. So I'm going into this position here, and so I can go here and just check that, and that's helping me develop the ability to navigate this, but also check that hand, okay? And sometimes what I like to do is I'll practice this, and then I'll switch out, and then I'll throw a punch here, and then throw a hook here, and then end with the overhand. And that, so there's a lot of little things What I'm trying to do today is really teach you, why do we do these things? A lot of people go, you know, if you're, you know, I've been at parks and stuff or whatever, and they go, oh, what are you doing, patty cakes? You know, and you're like, you want to try this patty cake out? Because guess what? It's not going to feel too good when I get done. You know, so, but the idea of this is that you need to be able to develop these keen it's a higher level of understanding. You're educating your hands to do more than just parry and punch. You know, just do these basic punches. You're learning how to integrate. Because why? What are distractions? Okay, I've done other videos on this, and there's a nice strong line of people that go, they don't work, they're all doubting, they're all saying all this stuff, and the other people are like, oh yeah. You know, I've heard the extreme of it is so extreme of all the different things that I've heard and I've experienced with people, okay? Is the idea though is this: what does pain do? Okay? If somebody is more skilled than you, let's say, or maybe they're skilled enough where the fight's taking too long, okay? You need an edge, okay? They used to say it in the old days, we go, oh, you're cheating. No, it's not cheating, okay? There's only one rule in a street altercation, a nasty, violent altercation, and that one rule is survive. That's it, okay? So all that doesn't matter. As you know, if you watch any YouTube fights, you'll see real quick that those individuals, they don't play by rules. Let me tell you that, okay? So if I can create pain, pain creates a delay. Pain creates a delay in them, okay? If he throws a punch and I go boom and I destroy that hand and I hurt that hand, even if I don't break that hand, don't worry about it being broken. I'm creating pain. That pain makes him drop his hands even just for a few seconds, so I can come in, I can throw all these other things in here, and I can create a new line of attack that wasn't there before. That is what we're trying to do. It could be as simple as a tie kick to the leg. It could be as simple as an eye poke. It could be simple as any kind of pain compliance, okay? That's all I'm trying to tell you. And so if you can develop this higher level of, when he does that vertical punch, I can hit that ulnar nerve, that brachial nerve, that radial nerve. I can hit any of those nerves and create even just a moment of delay in their movement. That is my opportunity. It's just like in boxing. When you watch boxing, the fight, you'll watch somebody, one side, the one guy starts to deteriorate. Let's say the guy pops him once and he starts to get dizzy and he's fading in and out, okay? As soon as it happens, that's when you go in and you overwhelm that opponent to they're no longer a threat. You take them down, you knock them out, you bring them down to the ground because they are now not able to defend themselves like they were before, okay? That is what you're trying to do. You're trying to create a delay. That delay creates an opportunity, and then that opportunity is for you to overwhelm your opponent with constant attacks, okay? Hope this helped. Train it. I'll see you guys next time. Panantukan Level 1. This program is one of the most streamlined. It's over 8.5 hours long. It gives you everything step by step, everything that you need. Fundamentals breakdown of all the exercises you need, understanding of empty hand, how to use fight without gloves, with gloves. It's going to teach you all the aspects that you need about the foundation and fundamentals of Panantukan, okay? Unlike what we see a lot of times now in the combatives in the Filipino martial arts world, a lot of techniques, a lot of drills, but how do you make those drills go from the drill to actual real combatives? And that's what this program, this is the first level to that, and getting you set up, learning all the aspects of how do I engage, what's the techniques, what do I need to practice to get myself where I'm able to be adaptable in combat. Okay, that's the most important thing. That's what everybody's looking for. How do I get better? How am I able to adapt when somebody attacks me? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do it? What I'm going to do is I'm giving you a different perspective on Panantukan, unlike what you see in this modern day where you see a lot of drills and exercises that just don't translate to real combat. I call them meat and potatoes of combat. Not the fluff, not all the extra stuff, but only simply the things that you really need that are gonna help you be effective in combat. But the most important thing in combat is to survive. The most important thing is to be able to adapt, okay? And so that's what this program is all about. This is gonna help you go to that next level. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you've been doing this for 10 years, I'm gonna help fill in those gaps, fill in those holes that you've never learned before. Go to our website, pinnaclecombatarts.com. There you can find out more about what I do and the classes that I provide. Thank you guys so much for your support and have a great day.